Okay, so imagine starting your first week at new company. You walk into the office and hear your coworkers making jokes about another employee's appearance. Everyone laughs. You feel uncomfortable, but you don't say anything. Later, your manager makes a similar joke during a meeting. Everyone laughs again. You think, this isn't right, but then you think, maybe this is just how things work here. This is where workplace culture becomes important. Our topic today is sexual harassment disguised as workplace humor and what happens when the ethical norms of a workplace clash with our personal moral values. Because sometimes the hardest ethical decisions aren't about knowing what is right or wrong. They are about deciding whether we are willing to act on what we believe is right.
Workplace jokes can seem harmless, but when jokes repeatedly target somebody's body, gender, relationships, or sexuality, they can create an uncomfortable and hostile environment. The problem becomes even bigger when everyone treats these comments as normal. Someone might say, "Don't take it seriously, we are just joking around." But humor doesn't automatically excuse disrespect. Here's the ethical question. Should something be acceptable simply because everyone has become accustomed to it? Our personal moral values might tell us that humiliating someone is wrong, but the workplace culture might tell us that's just how we communicate here, and that's an ethical clash. We are forced to choose between adapting to the group or standing up for what we believe is right. Sometimes doing the ethical things means being uncomfortable.
This brings us to an important distinction: ethics and personal morals. Morals are the values we personally believe in, things like respect, dignity, honesty, and fairness. Ethical norms are the standards that guide behaviors within a workplace or organization. Ideally, they should support each other. But what happens when they don't? Imagine your company has an informal rule. Don't complain about jokes. It makes the team look bad. Maybe this isn't written in the employee handbook, but everyone knows it. You might believe that reporting harassment is the right thing to do. However, the workplace culture tells you that reporting it means that you are a team player. Now you have a conflict. Do you protect your personal values or do you protect your position within the group? That is where ethical courage becomes necessary. Because sometimes following the crowd is easier than following your conscience.
So why do people stay silent? Fear. Fear of losing their job, fear of being judged, fear of becoming isolated from their co-workers, or simply fear of being called too sensitive. And silence can be spread. One person sees harassment and says nothing. Another person notices but thinks nobody else is doing anything. Eventually, everyone becomes silent. And the person being harassed may start believing that nobody cares. But silence doesn't always mean agreement. Sometimes silence means fear. That's why creating an ethical workplace can depend only on individual courage. Companies need leaders who encourage people to speak up. Employees need safe reporting systems, and co-workers need to support each other instead of protecting a toxic culture. Because being professional shouldn't mean tolerating or agreeing with disrespect.
So what can we do? We can start with small decisions. When someone makes an inappropriate joke, we can say, "I don't think that's appropriate." When someone is being targeted, we can ask, "Are you okay?" And when harassment happens, we can report it instead of pretending it doesn't exist. We also need to understand that workplace culture isn't something that only managers create. We create it too. Every laugh, every comment, every time we stay silent, we contribute to what becomes normal. Our personal moral values should not disappear when we enter the workplace. If we believe in respect outside of work, we should believe in that at work too. Because ethical behavior isn't about doing what is easiest. It's about doing what we believe is right, especially when we're doing the right thing is uncomfortable. So the next time someone says, relax, it's just a joke, maybe we should ask, is it really just a joke, or is it a behavior we become too comfortable accepting? Because changing workplace culture doesn't start when everyone agrees. It starts when someone decides to speak up. Thank you.